In this video, I'm going to show you how NorthFace is missing out on millions of dollars by not doing this one thing. I'm making this video because about 30 to 45 days ago, there was a post that went viral on TikTok regarding and involving the NorthFace. And amazingly, they actually responded to it and it gave them millions of dollars of free awareness and publicity, but they failed because they didn't take one step further from that. I'm going to show you the post. We're going to talk about why it works so well and what you can learn from it. And then I'm going to reveal the one thing that if they did this, that ad would make millions of dollars. Let's dive in. Let me show you. I'm not sure if you've seen this, but if you haven't, it went absolutely nuts. I think it's gotten like 40 million views on TikTok. That's only on TikTok, not including it being shared on Twitter, formerly now known as X, and on Instagram. We're going to watch it, and then we're going to watch how did NorthFace respond to it. Then we're going to talk about the principles, why this worked, what you can do about it, and then the one step NorthFace is missing to make more money.
With NorthFace, I bought this rain jacket a couple days ago because the tag in the advertising said that it was waterproof, as a rain jacket would be. Well, listen, I'm 100% sure that it's raining outside and I'm soaking wet. Oh look, it's really pretty. Listen, I don't want a refund. I want you to redesign this raincoat to make it waterproof and express delivery it up to the top of Hooker Valley Lake in New Zealand, where I will be I'll be the only one up here looking like a drowned rat. Waterproof my ass.
Thankfully, this woman made a video. I want to pause here for a second. I'm going to show you the response that NorthFace did a great job responding to. But let's pause here. Every single brand and every product, there's some kind of negativity to it. Either people don't like it, it's the wrong size, the wrong flavor, it doesn't fit right. And that's just normal. It's just human behavior. You can't appease 100% of people all the time. So as we watch the response, be thinking about what can you do for your brand or brands that you work with to respond to the negative comments. All right, let's watch the response. All right, so this is the NorthFace's response to that girl's post.
Thanks, NorthFace.
They obviously threw her up. So she posted on 11/16, and I actually watched a clip on what they did. NorthFace saw it. They contacted her. They paid her to let them fly her in a helicopter back to that to give a response. But that's pretty freaking quick. So from November 16 to 11/21, what is that? 5 days. They did a response, which is incredible and amazing. So number one, why do I like this? The reason I like it is because NorthFace takes it by the horns and they admit, yes, there's a problem, but what can we do to respond to it? The worst thing you can do as a brand or as a marketer is ignore negative responses. That one of the things that I hate on Amazon or reviews is people leave a negative review, but there's no response. That's a little thing, okay? But then the other thing you should be thinking about is how can you use this as marketing collateral? On my agency's podcast, the Right Hook Digital Podcast on our YouTube channel, the first episode, we actually did one with a water brand. And that water brand, someone in a comment said, I'd rather lick sweat off a fat guy's body, right? And they actually did a response to it. They actually found those guys on the internet and they paid them to do a water test and they actually had to lick sweat off a fat guy, right? Very funny, but they use that as a marketing stunt to attack the negative reviews. Now, there's a few things you can do about it. These work really well. There's an ad type you can actually use to create ads that take negative comments and turn them either into positives or you address them head on. That's why for me and my team, one of the things that we like to do is when we are doing research for a brand is we particularly look at objections. So what were people's triggers and frustrations before buying the product? What are their doubts about the product? And what are also just emotional triggers that they bought the product and they felt let down? Because to have a good creative strategy is you need to know both the positive, why people buy the product, and the negative, what are the things that people hate the most about the product when they give it, so that one, you can better set expectations, or number two, you can use that to your advantage in your marketing. Now, I promised you we would talk about why I like this and what's working so well. So there's a few things why I think this works really well. Is number one is they were able to adapt quickly. So I encourage you, for your brand, make sure you adapt quickly to negative feedback in marketing. Number one is it's storytelling. We all live in a day and age where everyone likes to hear stories, whether that's online or audiobooks or movies or shows, whatever. It tells a really great story. But another reason why I like is that if you've ever followed the NorthFace, if you've seen their ads, seen their posts, you would think that they're very brandy. They have to maintain a certain posture, a certain look. But they were able to let down their hair, so to speak, to respond to that because they actually cared more about the story, and they almost had to make a response because like 40 million people saw that video. And so they were okay with trying to have fun with it. Another reason why I liked it is because it delivers a product and it shows how much they care about the perception of their customers. If they just ignore that, and if you actually go through the comments of that post, it would show that the NorthFace frankly doesn't give a crap. But the fact that they took the time and the money to respond to it, it shows that how much they care about their customers. Now, I could go on all day around the things I like about it and what you can learn from it and how you can adapt it. But the NorthFace is actually failing in one big area. They did a great job. They responded to it. They spent the money. They even flew that girl out there to put an end to that story on how they helped to resolve that problem, following through with her wish to go back to the mountain and give her a waterproof jacket. But here's where they're failing. They're failing because anytime you have something that goes viral, whether that's your organic post, there's typically something there. There's substance there that can be used to make more money. Now, I'm sure the NorthFace made money off this. If nothing else, they saved money with the free promotion and the advertising that they would have to spend money on just to get in front of those people with those eyeballs. But where they're missing is in two areas. Area number one is they should have come out immediately with a new waterproof line to promote based off the feedback. They haven't done that yet. Number two is even more shocking, is they should have taken that story and they should have run ads for it. I have looked at all 670 ads that NorthFace is currently running. They should have taken those two clips, mashed them together in 60 seconds or less, and then revealed the new waterproof jacket. NorthFace, they have logistics, they have manufacturing, they can move quickly. But the fact that I'm making this video here in December and they still haven't done that is the hype is already wearing down. So that is where they failed. They succeeded in the speed of reacting, but they have utterly failed in the speed of, number one, addressing it with a new product launch, and number two, just addressing it with a current product they have that is waterproof. They could take those clips, make it an ad, and then point people to all the waterproof jackets that they have. And that is where I think you can learn from this is, yes, there's going to be negativity. Sure, but use that to your advantage, adapt to it, respond to it, and how can you angle it to show the benefits of that? Because NorthFace, they even showed that video. They have a whole line of truly waterproof jackets that they could be pointing people to. And the fact that those posts went viral, they would 100% work in an ad. So learn from this, adapt to it, and make sure you subscribe and hit that bell for the next viral adaptation to your ads.